So recently, YouTube announced that they will soon be supporting videos running in 60 frames per second, which is great news. Of course, I'm all for it. I would have preferred a higher bitrate cap on YouTube since 10 megabits per second makes 1080p videos look kinda like 720p videos, which kinda defeats the purpose, but this is still very good news. I know a lot of people claim that it's not really all that big of a deal, but I very quickly noticed the difference in frame rates when I got more heavily into PC gaming a bit over a year ago. But now let's be real. The upgrade in frame rate does not matter to the majority of people putting videos on YouTube, but it does matter to what YouTube's most popular content is nowadays, and that's video game content. So what's the importance of 60 frames per second? Well, for starters, it's easier on the eyes. Your brain might be a bit confused at first if you're more used to 30 frames per second. Sometimes you get this feeling of the video playing at double the speed, but your eyes have less work to do filling out the image gaps in between frames since our eyes don't see the real world in frames. We see the real world in constant motion, and when we watch things with frame rates, our eyes have to work to fill in the images in between those frames, which is why it hurts your eyes and your brain to watch something at, say, 10 frames per second, because they have to work even harder to figure out what the hell the motion you're trying to watch is. There is actually a much larger benefit with frame rates than just looking smoother, as a higher frame rate more importantly pertains to a higher refresh rate for button inputs and game reaction time, which I can get into in another video down the road, but my focus in this video is much more about just video playback on YouTube. But long story short, that's why when YouTube allows all channels to have videos in 60 frames per second, I'll be making that switch too. For any video I put up with footage of a game running in 60 frames per second, the video will also be in 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, I can't capture 60 FPS without having to drop my videos down to 720p, but as I said earlier, the bitrate cap on YouTube is so damn terrible that the resolution drop is worth it for the sake of doubling the frame rate. But anyways, thanks for watching Sir Android TV, and I'll see you next time.
After capturing the guru, the thing goes confiscated.